We find ourselves at a truly historic time, and we're witnessing many events which will certainly be included in history books. We used to think that something bad is hiding behind those words, something like wars or pandemic that has been spreading around the world for more than a year. But one of these days there was a historical breakthrough and a huge step forward for all mankind as a whole, and a field of space in particular. February 18, 2021 has become a truly significant day. What has been followed by millions of people for 6 months has been successfully completed. The Perseverance rover has finally completed the journey to the surface of the Red Planet. And at that day, at 12:55 p.m. Pacific time, everyone was finally able to breathe a sigh of relief. We can rightfully call Perseverance the heart of NASA's Mars 2020 mission. The super rover launched on an Atlas V rocket from the coast of Florida on July 30, 2020. The rover managed to accurately land in the Jezero impact crater, located in the west of the Isidis Plain, near the eastern edge of Syrtis Major. It's interesting that in that era on Mars, the crater was a lake when a system of river valleys was forming. The name Jezero is translated as a lake. This word is present in many Slavic languages, such as Serbian or Slovenian. The rover received the name Perseverance. The name was chosen and named the rover National Student Essay Contest organized by NASA. This wonderful and proud moniker was born in the essay of Alexander Mather, at the time a 7th grader at Lake Braddock Secondary School in Burke, Virginia. Perseverance is a strong word. Thomas Zurbuch, an associate administrator of NASA's Science Mission Directorate, said in March 2020 during the rover's naming ceremony. It's about making progress despite obstacles. The launch of the rover has already become an amazing demonstration of that very perseverance and ability to avoid obstacles. I hope you remember that getting to Mars is not so easy. And it's not just about distance. There's a so-called window of opportunity, the moment when the distance between Earth and Mars is reduced to a minimum. Such windows suitable for missions to Mars only appear every 26 months, so NASA decided to get the rover off the ground in time. This is a very daunting task, and it was even more difficult because of the coronavirus pandemic, which forced to review the hardware assembly, testing protocols and team safety. You know what? They managed to do it. The rover has successfully landed and has even sent 2 color images from the surface of Mars. The first image is a selfie of the wheel. The second one is the surface of Mars, which turned out to be rather gray, not red. NASA also published a video of landing of the Perseverance rover on the surface of Mars and the first 360-degree panoramic image. Why is Perseverance so important to us, since this is not the first rover to visit Mars? Why is it so unique? And what great mission was it assigned? The groundbreaking rover was developed by NASA Jet Propulsion Laboratory, and no doubt this rover is the most advanced and modern machine that has ever been created on Earth. It has a truly unique set, which will allow performing very ambitious and important tasks for the subsequent exploration of Mars. After a series of tests, the rover will hunt for signs of ancient life on Mars, collecting and storing rock samples for future return to Earth. One of the main tasks is to prepare for the future landing of astronauts and test ways to obtain oxygen on Mars. The rover also helped to improve landing techniques, to accurately define weather conditions on Mars, and more. Perseverance will scrutinize Martian rocks using a variety of high-tech scientific instruments, including numerous spectrometers, high-resolution cameras, and ground-penetrating radar. One of the rover's 7 instruments, called SuperCam, will zap rocks with a laser and gauge the composition of the resulting vapor. Using a drill at the end of the long robotic arm, Perseverance will collect about 40 samples from highly promising areas and seal them into special tubes. Possibly as early as 2031, this material will be delivered to the Earth as part of a joint NASA and European Space Agency campaign. An unmanned robotic aerial vehicle named Ingenuity was also found to be a breakthrough innovation. This drone is equipped with cameras and will perform a reconnaissance mission, flying around Mars and transmitting accurate and high-quality images. Like other NASA rovers, the six-wheel Perseverance is largely based on its predecessor, the NASA Curiosity rover, which landed on Gale crater on Mars in August 2012 and is still going strong today. But it has some amazing innovations, discovering completely new opportunities for humanity. Perseverance is several inches longer than Curiosity, and with weight of 2,260 pounds is almost 300 pounds heavier. The sets of scientific instruments of the two rovers also differ significantly. These two rovers have the same basic design and the same type of nuclear power source. They also use the same strategy to land safely on the Red Planet. Do you like numbers or statistics? I'm sure that normally you would say no. But we shouldn't miss unique indicators of perseverance. Curiosity's specific strategy for getting rovers to Mars sounds like something out of science fiction. Perseverance slammed into the atmosphere of Mars at a speed of 12,100 miles per hour. And in several minutes it ejected a 70.5-foot wide parachute, continuing to move faster than sound. But Mars air is just 1% as thick as that of Earth, so a chute couldn't slow the rover down enough for a safe landing. Mars 2020 therefore employed a rocket-powered sky crane, which lowered the Mars car to the red dirt and cables, then flew off to crash land intentionally a safe distance away. To everyone's delight, NASA received word that Perseverance had gotten down safely at 12:55 p.m. Pacific Time, about 11 minutes after the landing actually took place. It currently takes that long for signals to travel from the Red Planet to Earth. The news prompted wild celebrations at the Jet Propulsion Laboratory in Southern California, which manages the Mars 2020 mission. There was doubtless a decent dose of relief mixed with the excitement, for success today was far from guaranteed. Over the decades, only about half of Mars surface missions have touched down safely. And Perseverance's landing site on bottom of Jezero, which features hazards such as cliffs, sand dunes, and boulder fields, was the toughest ever targeted by a Mars mission. The rover's landing ellipse was just 4.8 miles long by 4.1 miles wide, compared to 4 miles by 12 for Curiosity. Perseverance hit the target today with the aid of two new entry, descent, and landing technologies that Curiosity didn't have at its disposal. One, called Range Trigger, allowed the mission to deploy its supersonic parachute at just the right moment. The other, Terrain Relative Navigation, enabled Perseverance's sky crane to assess the Jezero landscape and navigate autonomously around potential hazards during the descent. The landing technologies worked exactly as planned, guiding Perseverance to a picture-perfect touchdown on a safe and flat part of Jezero's floor. And the rover seems to have made it through all challenges in fine shape. Perseverance has already beamed home its first images of its new surroundings, and initial health checks and onboard system tests revealed no causes for concern. Curiosity was once created to access the habitability of Mars, and that rover has found plenty of evidence that Gale crater could have supported Earth-like life billions of years ago. Perseverance will take the next step in this direction. Jezero is a great place to do such work, mission team members have said. The crater, which lies about 18 degrees north of the Martian equator, hosted a lake the size of Lake Tahoe long ago, and also an ancient river delta. Besides, Mars orbiters have spied on Jezero's floor clay minerals, which form in the presence of liquid water. Do you remember at the beginning of the video we asked, what is next? As it turns out, we will discover many interesting things. Once on Earth, the samples will be studied by hundreds of scientists for decades to come. Researchers are still poring over the moon rocks hauled home by NASA's Apollo astronauts half a century ago. Bobby Braun, director of Solar System Exploration at Jet Propulsion Laboratory, said during a pre-landing news conference on February 17th, "It's ambitious, it's challenging, It's a scientifically compelling goal that over decades we have been working toward, and it's right there. It's just within our reach. Well, let's hope that's how it goes. Perseverance has great chances to go down in history of Mars exploration with many fantastic breakthroughs. Together we will be perseverant in following the news from the Red Planet. Our channel will help you to do this, so subscribe to our channel, give us your likes, and we'll release a new video soon.